Now that you've created your buttons, you need to apply some programming to make it function. The programming used in Flash is called Actionscript, and it's in version 3.0. Actionscript is very similar to JavaScript, and JavaScript provides function and interaction on the web. So let's see how we can apply some Actionscript to the buttons to make them perform a function, such as move to next frame or to link to the next scene. Before we do the Actionscript, we need to do a couple minor things here. First, it would be appropriate to name our layer, so I'm going to double click on the layer name here and change this to button. I'm going to add a second layer, and this is going to be actions. And in that frame for that layer, I'm going to add a stop action so that the playhead doesn't continue throughout the frames. So we're going to go to Window and Actions and simply type in the command stop stop parentheses parentheses semicolon and close the window, and we've applied the Actionscript in the timeline here to stop the playhead from moving. And the reason I'm going to do that is because we're going to add some more keyframes here that would be where the content would be, that would have be frame by frame the Actionscript. They're going to have the button cause that function. So I'm going to add another layer, and this will be where the content is, and we can go simply put some shapes on here so we know which frame is which frame here. In fact, let's put a number on here. So this will be frame 1. And let's make that a little larger. So I'm going to copy that, and we're going to add some more frames. So I'm going to go add another, I'm going to add a keyframe here, and a third keyframe, so we'll have 3 frames so we can see how this functions. And I'm going to change this to 2, and the one in frame 3 will make 3. And so now if we were to step through this, we can see that we have 3 different frames. And we're going to then, down here, for the actions, we're going to add a frame that extends the 3 frames, so the stop action is in all 3. And same down here for the button. So we're going to click here and insert a frame. And so the button and the Actionscript are on 3 frames. However, for the content layer, we have 3 separate images that are on here. So what we want to do is apply Actionscript to this button that will take us to the next frame and stop. So to do that, you first select the button, and we could go to the Actionscripts panel again if we knew what we were doing and type in the actions, but fortunately enough, Flash has some built-in code snippets. So we're going to go to the Window menu, Code Snippets, and choose Actionscript, Timeline Navigation, click to go to Next Frame and Stop. So double click on this one, and it's going to give us a dialog box. So I'm going to click OK. And the reason for that is because we didn't name the instance of our button here. So if we look over in the Properties panel, we'll see, I'm going to click off of this for a second. We'll see that it actually assigned an instance name for the button. So we could have already put this in, and it would have applied it in our Actionscript. So I'm going to go back here, and we'll see the Actionscript that's also put in with our stop action, and it tells us what's going on here. Click to go to next frame and stop. Clicking the specified symbol instant moves the playhead to the next frame. Okay, so here's what we have. The first part of this is the indicator. This is the instance name of that button. It adds an event listener. That's in the programming process here. And the event it's listening for is a click. And if that's found, then it performs the function. Go to nextFrame, and you could literally call this something different if you wish, because it's referring to the function which happens to be here. Okay, and the event is the mouse event, click, and it goes to perform that task, and that task is nextFrame. So literally it's done for us. All we needed to do for this was to apply code snippets and make sure that the instance name is the same as the instance name for that button. So let's try it out. We're going to go to the control panel and test movie. So now when I click on the button, it should take me to frame 2, and click on the button again and frame 3. It works.